All right, so this person has 3,000 viewers right now. Hold on, I'm sending it right now.
Microphone USB-C 2. Perfect. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Hey, can I get a good mic check from you? They're crazy.
All right, so I just sent y'all a link to a Twitch streamer. And yeah, this person has almost 3,000 viewers right now.
Wait, where'd you send it?
The mod chat, I guess, on.
Oh, gotcha. All right, I'm gonna have to mute her, but I'm gonna check it out. Hold on. Where did it open? Where are you opening? It opened the window, but I don't know where.
I think streaming with Google Fiber is like
Are you fucking
amazing.
kidding me?
It's gonna sound corny, but it's mad comforting as a streamer. Like knowing that I can get on, not worry about anything. Google Fiber. Sign up now at google.com/fiber. Can I get a big
We were sponsored by Fiber.
Grill them the cheeseburger.
Fucking
By Fiber?
yeah, by Google Fiber. We legit
Oh.
aired because I couldn't get to it in time. Oh, what the fuck is going on? She's a mushroom. Okay.
Yeah, we're just doing the wrong genre, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna change ours back to just chatting or something. I don't know. There's this drummer girl that I follow on TikTok that's like from South America. Her name's Sunfire TV. She does this kind of shit all the time. She's got legit sounds like Toad and drums while screaming like Toad. Kinda
Wow.
funny. Yeah.
Oh, Sylvie's back.
Oh.
No, go to your mom. Your mother loves you. No, stop circling me. Go to your mom.
Yeah, I don't know where Duke Laszlo is.
Oh, God. See, this is what happens when I tell him go to his mom.
Your father? Is this where you require me? I know where my notebook is.
Ow. You can't use your claws on me. There you go.
At least he's nice about it. NJ's mom has this one little cat that'll go from loving on you and asking for affection to just like attacking you right out. He's a little ankle biter.
He just wants to lay right here.
Aww.
Silver Cam, what up?
Just leave it like that for the rest of the show.
Yeah, that opinions from Sylvie. That's the new show. That's what season 3 is gonna be.
So for our season finale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Super cat. Meow, meow, meow. I have opinions too, you know.
Yep. You got opinions,
Meow, meow.
and they're all wrong.
I can just see Sylvie. If you vote for me, I will have more wet food, less dry food. Dogs are bad.
Mm-mm.
70,000 millennial coins.
Damn, you have 70,000.
Now you have to think of something for you to use them.
Da-da-da-dun.
cat rolling the rooster around here.
All right, you guys want me to roll the intro?
Yeah.
All right.
Sylvie says, "Nye."
Nye.
And then he left.
The topics we discuss are many,
No story too bold to talk about.
Strictly our own opinions.
But they are opinions from people like you.
Welcome to the Naked Podcast.
I'm the producer of the week, and I forgot to give everyone their one-line order. It's your DM Tech at Alan. Ethan's next. Then it's Puzzled.
I was totally just gonna say, "Hey, we're shooting from the hip today," but it seems like it's right on target.
Saves. I was gonna be like, we were not given direction. Chaos.
That's fair. That's what I
Chaos
get.
ensued.
What's worse is that she's our producer. She's our executive producer. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Naked Pod. We're a person short today. NJ's not feeling well, so it's gonna be a triangle instead of a square.
I think she said, "I hate those Twitch viewers. I hate them. I hate them."
No,
all right,
no.
take the night off and chill.
She didn't say that.
She wanted to.
No.
Plot twist. She's in the views.
NJ, I thought you were gonna be here tonight. I don't think she's.
JK. No, I was kidding.
Like, is she?
She's probably napping right now.
We'll go check, right? Like, Artemis is in here. Our new kitty cat. Duke Silver's not here. Oh, that's where Duke was from. Because of the mustache on his face. Real close. He's not reacting to it. Like, today he actually looked at me when I called him Laszlo.
Hey, look at him. Call him John. Just be like, John. Yeah. Maybe he'll react.
To know their name. They just don't want you to know their name.
Right?
Yeah.
Only
Sylvie learned his name eventually.
If only I could cast Speak with Animals. Be like, hey, what's your name? Cool. That's what I'm calling you.
Yourself.
Oh. Go fuck yourself too, Mr. Bear.
Yeah, no, we talked about this the other day that our little dog speaks with a German accent. Our cat speaks with a Russian accent. And then our big dog, he speaks like he's from Dookie Howser.
Dookie Howser.
He's like Doug
she's-
from Up.
He's like Doug from Up.
Like that.
Everything is wonderful. Gee gollies, mister. Today's just wonderful.
I love you.
Yeah.
Buzz.
Yeah, like Artemis has a Cockney accent, and I don't know what voice fucking Duke Laszlo is gonna have. But we did.
I don't know.
We did kind of. Yeah, what's up?
I always said Artemis always felt Scottish to me.
Yeah, she really did. She's one mouthy bitch. Once you really get to know her. Where's the lie? But yeah.
Bam. No one knows what it's like behind the blue eyes. Everybody's holding it in.
So let's talk about Canada real quick.
Oh, Canada. What did you do this time? Come on, that wasn't funny. Come on. Now give me something to work with.
Okay, that one was funny. I'll give you that. Only because it's their theme song.
So yesterday, Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and a few of
Blackface
his
Trudeau?
cabinet.
Right?
Yeah. The tyrant Trudeau, yeah.
Forgot about that.
I'm not letting anyone forget about that.
Well, yeah, so to top it all off, he personally reopened the embassy in Kyiv, Ukraine over the
Good.
weekend. And yeah, that's what I wanted to ask y'all. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do you think that's an escalation or a de-escalation of the conflict?
It's definitely an escalation. I do like the fact that Canada's standing strong with the UK, with Ukraine. Wrong country. Sorry, guys. I don't think opening the embassy was a good idea right now because they're still getting shells, right? Like other parts of the country are still getting attacked.
So yeah. What were you gonna say, Keelan?
Yeah, it's probably going to be an escalation, but hopefully it'll help bring in some supplies to help them.
Yeah.
So what we have, right? Yeah. I mean, if it's only supplying, hopefully. But one thing we have right now is so we have NATO, more or less figureheads like Trudeau, right?
Mhm.
Canada's part of NATO. So if anything happens to any NATO country, the rest of the NATO countries come into play, right? Like war kicks off. So with Canada opening their embassy back up in Ukraine, if one Canadian dies by Russian shelling, like what you were talking about, or anything like that, it can be means for Canada to enter the war. And if Canada enters, then all the rest of us come with them. So that's why it was a little
plan.
Huh?
Do you think that's planned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at
This
the
is how
West
World War
wants
III
this war.
starts.
Like our leaders want this war, and it's really scary to say that, but it's reality, right? Like
Mhm.
our president thinks he needs to be a wartime president, so he looks good. Trudeau, yeah, is still facing lawsuits about civil rights charges and everything that happened with the protest there. Our government's recently filed federal charges against them, with being Joe Biden and his immediate staff over some of the items they've done here.
Wait, did you just say our government is doing
State
trials
governments.
towards Canada?
No. Our state governments filed federal charges against our president and his cabinet, and saying in violation of freedom of speech and other items. There's a lot that goes into that. I just didn't want to open up that.
Because
Sorry.
that's because of the what is it? The Board of Trust or Board of Disinformation, whatever it's fucking called.
Yeah, the
Ministry of Truth, there you
Information
go.
Board.
Yeah.
Plus, also all of the press conferences where Jen Psaki and Joe Biden have come out and said in the middle of a press conference that they've either given information to big tech or asked big tech to look into certain accounts that they deem misinformation, which then that's the government colluding with big tech to censor people's speech, and that's what the lawsuit's based off of right now. So that's gonna have to play out, and we're gonna see what the courts actually say on that.
I guess, okay, I don't want to stick too much on that because I know it's not the main focus of the topic, but courts really need to figure out what disinformation is and different types of level of disinformation. Because
that's the problem is we can't define currently, right? So just current standards, let's say Dr. Robert Malone, right? Let's throw him out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's been censored on multiple fronts for being called disinformation, right? But him alone, he's one of the inventors of RNA technology. So you would think he's an expert in his field, right? So if he says something, you don't have to believe him, but you would think, hey, he's at least worth listening to, and then I can make a conclusion to myself.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
I think the Disinformation Governance Board and all those disinformation claims, at the end of the day, that's just an excuse for people not to have common sense, right?
Yeah. I don't appreciate that. Yeah.
Don't believe Alex Jones. Let's just say that none of us believe Alex Jones anything he says.
None of us believe what's his face, the Joe Rogan. We don't believe him either.
I don't know, Joe. But again, where you can say is Joe Rogan will never tell you something that he's not trying to tell you factually. Like he'll say, I'm a dumbass that hosts a podcast. Don't listen to me. Right? Like that's his position that he presents himself. So he doesn't present himself as a expert in a field. So that's what I'm saying. Let's say experts in a field, Robert Malone, he was censored across multiple boards or multiple platforms. So who's to say he's information or disinformation? I think everything's information, and we have to help people understand properly and let people critically think. But anyway, so back to Canada. So Justin Trudeau, just like our president, has had some bad press over the last couple months, right? So what can they do to look better? So they're going to be very patriotic. They're going to be very giving, supportive of the underdog, trying to get some goodwill out there. And in that, we've had the U.S. alone has almost given, I think, like $100 billion to Ukraine in financial aid plus military aid.
Mm-hmm.
So we're funding Ukraine and we're funding their fight back. So let's put that out there. And then multiple NATO countries have donated very large assortments of arms and heavy artillery. And going up, like we've donated a bunch of javelins, big artillery shells. So now we have NATO guns already stationed and set up in Ukraine. And then we've already had talks of adding Switzerland and one other country in the Nordic area. Off the top of my head.
Switzerland and Poland.
Poland's already part of NATO.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I know Switzerland's the big deal because they've always been neutral. But
Too sure coming in with all the facts.
There you go. So
Thank
Finland. So now we're talking about adding 2 more countries. So I don't see how it's not gonna. I don't see any slowdown. Like
whatever Russia wanted out of this, it's clearly the opposite that's happening.
Like our current government is the same government that we can more or less say was the same government we had from 2008 to 2012.
Yeah.
And then from 2012 to 2016, like the people that are in government now are the same people that were in power then. And we did see a large escalation in fighting. So, you say Syria, Libya, Iraq, Afghanistan, all of those areas, nothing ever calmed down. They only escalated when the current government was in power there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see them slowing down or de-escalating this at all. And I think it's going to get to the point where it's like the only thing missing are NATO troops standing behind the NATO armaments, like.
Yeah.
And one way to get NATO troops there or to have an attack on the one thing happened to the Canadian embassy now. So it's very slippery slope for him to do this.
Yeah. I mean, whatever Putin and everyone in his regime wanted out of this, I think it's clearly the opposite. But one thing that I have seen that hasn't been really announced anywhere else except for the New York Times is that mainland China picked a ruler for Hong Kong. I say a ruler, but in reality it's a president. But come on, it's really just a puppet ruler for Jinping, Winnie the Pooh, whatever his name is.
So one tidbit of information I didn't know that I learned last week was that the CCP is actually having their election in November. So the Communist Party will elect its leader in November, and he's looking to secure his leadership. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. What's he gonna do? Yeah, what's he gonna do to look big and strong in front of everybody?
Take over Hong Kong like he said 2 years ago, and
Oh, they've already captured Hong Kong. Hong Kong, I should say the UK gave them Hong Kong without even batting an eye because the United Kingdom was the one that actually had the treaty with China to release Hong Kong by 2050, and it was supposed to be a two-party system. And then in 2020, China rolled in, crushed all dissidents, arrested a lot of people, and now there's only communism in Hong Kong.
yeah.
So
It's interesting how everybody thought World War III was going to start in 2020. Just took a couple years. They started it brewing though.
Oh yeah, I mean it technically started in 2014. So
Is that that's when Russia took control of oh my god, what's that
Crimea,
place?
Ukraine, under President Obama.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. You know what?
And then
I kind of agree there.
That's when Hillary Clinton then started pushing towards war with Russia, and they've been war with Russia ever since. That's been their plan.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is war with Russia. It's going to bring war with China. Like we know this. To deny that is just, yeah,
Wholeheartedly. Yeah, I agree.
Because that's the thing. If China moves on Taiwan, then everybody has to mobilize right then and there, and shots are fired. There's no. We have a defense pact with Taiwan. We're supposed to defend their sovereignty, and the one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that, so China claims all of the South China Sea, so that includes South Korea, Taiwan, Japan, and Thailand, I believe. They all claim that mainland China owns that's land of mainland China. So all current governments are illegitimate.
Sounds real dumb, China. CCP, I see you with your fake elections.
Well, that's what they're saying. That's why they're doing the zero COVID, right? So, like in Shanghai, you're not allowed to leave your houses until there's 0 cases.
Yeah, that's real
that's why
bad.
People have been
like, have you heard?
People have been locked in their house for over 5 weeks now.
Have you heard about the food that the government's been sending? It's not enough to feed people, and it's bad. Like, people who've eaten it have gotten sick. But before we get into more just talking about China, let's talk about space real quick and its vast nothingness.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
Yep. Screams don't exist in space. But you know what else doesn't exist in space? A fucking organization to actually control the rules and legislation into it. Because the National Transportation Security, oh my god, NTSC, I think it's not NTSC, it's NTSB. They released a document of like rules and regulations as to how you're supposed to, when leaving Earth space and coming into Earth space. And they released this. I don't exactly know when. This is NJ's topic, and she quickly info dumped on me everything that she could. But everyone's like, why are you putting this out? The FAA should be in control of this. And a little kitty cat's come out. And the FAA is like, yeah, dude, why are you putting this information out there? We already have rules on how you should behave yourself in space and when entering and leaving the atmosphere. Why instead of doing the double work, why don't you work with us? And then last week, Canada released, I don't know exactly which organization in the Canada government it was, because it was just the title that I saw, but in Canada space, whatever it is, you can't kill anyone and come back.
What are you gonna do, Canada? Nah, yeah. Okay, come on. I'm gonna take you up in my private spaceship. I'm gonna throw you out the airlock, and then what are you gonna do, Canada?
Yeah.
You don't own this. See, that's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I say that should be a thing for the United Nations to come together to make something like this. Like, this isn't a one country decision.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. But then with China and Russia being the first one out into space, like they're gonna try and claim rule over it, even though no one can own space. Like, what are you gonna do? Buy up a quadrant?
So we're gonna have war space.
Yeah. Instead of a world war, it's gonna be a world space war.
No, but for real, like we see. I don't know if you ever watched Stargate, right? But
Mhm.
in Stargate on Earth, they build like these intergalactic spaceships in secret, and like nobody even knows. So we're gonna see this shit. Like World War III is actually gonna pop off, and these like space cruisers and aircraft carriers are gonna come out. It's gonna be like the Avengers, where the helicarrier comes out.
Right, the helicarrier with some
to be
shit,
on
dude.
Elon Musk's community.
Right. Like I was just hoping they got Mars built and up and running before we got to this point.
It's gonna be the Microsoft ship, the Amazon orbiting warehouse, Apple space headquarters, Meta. Did I already say Google? Meta and Google space headquarters, and those are gonna be the big five. Big five spaceships.
So do you think that ABC and Meta are actually going to like coexist for much longer?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. One of the two has to break, and well, I mean, Facebook's been very successful and has been very successful for itself. It's changed. The meta is not helping it at all, and they're honestly ruining virtual reality headwear, because I turned on my Oculus Quest for the first time a couple weeks ago for the kiddo so he can play Beat Saber and play some other games, and he had a blast, but it wouldn't find my internet connection. It would not load my games or work properly until I connected it to my phone again and logged into the Oculus Quest meta app. And it like tried to force me to use my Facebook login.
That's sus.
Yeah, it was super fucking sus. I didn't like it. And
that's why, that's why I dropped Facebook so long ago.
Yeah. Like even logging in the other day, I had to set up my 2FA for Facebook in order to log in and continue chatting with Tusher.
Yeah,
what's up, Tusher?
That was what Puzzled was saying, that she had to get authenticator on her phone just to use Facebook.
For something else, but yeah, no, Facebook did turn on the Facebook Protect. And so I had to go through like there's verifications, and it's like add your number, and I'm like, bitch, no.
I see what you do with that. No.
No. I'm not about it.
Who are you gonna protect us from, Facebook? Yourself? That's not working. Oh, another space update.
Google.
Another space update that NJ told me to bring up. The Hubble telescope is fully opened. We already know that. Sorry, not the Hubble. The James Webb Space Telescope. It's already open. We already know that. It is fully focused now. And we have captured photos of things we have never seen before. And those are available on the NASA website. But we are ready, ladies and gentlemen, to capture full 1080p photos. I'm just kidding. It's probably like 12K or something. Like stupid high resolution photos of space.
So are they actually going to tell us there's aliens or what?
I mean, at this point, it's looking like we're the only, not the only intelligent life. but I mean,
It's
we haven't
like
seen anything else.
we're just gonna see some alien moon in us.
These photos are gorgeous.
Right?
I don't know if these are the new ones or not, but they are gorgeous.
And I'm gonna check it out. Where's the NASA website? What? NASA.com. Oh no, it's not NASA.com. Someone bought NASA.com.
NASA.gov.
There we go.
Wow, yeah, they're like super awesomely detailed.
Wow.
Ultra high def videos. God damn. Just take me to the gallery. Come on, NASA.
So you got to remember, like what, 6 years ago, let's say 10 years ago, we were awestruck by the pictures. So the picture they're comparing to, like that left picture, we were awestruck by that picture. And now we're awestruck by this. Where are we gonna be in another 10 years? Fucking there. Yeah.
Fucking taking full on pictures of galaxies, like up close, being able to pinpoint all the planets. It's gonna be fucking awesome, dude. I'm excited to see how close they can get for these photos, because a lot of the technologies that we have now today, like including on smartphones, comes from NASA.
Oh yeah.
Like, the technology on our phones is the same technology that's out in the James Webb Space Telescope.
Yeah, but our phone doesn't cost $13 billion.
That's true. It's, I mean, a million times larger, but same piece of technology.
So how much do you think SpaceX would have paid to build the same telescope? Like 13 million?
No, I think it would have been at the same size, but I don't think they would have used the best camera technology, because like Canon, Fuji, including Fujifilm, Nikon, they all get their camera technology from NASA itself. Like NASA released all of that out to them. So I think NASA building a space telescope was the best choice. I don't think anyone else could have done it better.
Let them build the scientific instruments and let the rocket boys take care of the getting there.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust anyone else with sending that thing out. Like, if you had told me Origin was sending it out, I would have asked when, because that's just not happening anytime soon.
That's my question. Has Blue Origin even hit like space yet?
I mean, they thought they did before, but NASA was like, psych.
Because yeah, like SpaceX just finished their 5th Dragon launch. So the Dragon's what goes to the International Space Station and back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't heard any news about Origin or not Beijing.
Where's the penis rocket, guys? Do you think that's it? Like he had to go back and he's like, we have to redesign this rocket bolt by bolt. It has to be a cone or something. It can't be a penis.
Maybe he lost Blue Origin in the divorce, and it had to go to Mackenzie, his ex-wife. Is that her name?
Yeah, Mackenzie Bezos, I think.
Yeah, maybe it went to her.
I know that.
Yeah, I know it's not Mary.
Puzzled is awestruck by the images now.
Don't mind me. I'm just looking at pictures from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
Hey, we can see the reflection in your glasses, and we see you're watching adult content. All right.
Yeah, you're not allowed to look at Pornhub Pay. Yeah.
I had to get one out real quick. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just real quick.
Just don't click on the ad that says hot mamas in your area. Okay, it's fake. We all know it's fake.
Her
I am
favorite hentai artist just dropped. Okay.
She's on the website making her ads are going out.
It's really cool to see like these updated photos and like how high res they are, and it's like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
it's actually out there.
Yeah. Now if we can just get there.
Right?
Take with you.
But let's talk about someone not getting there in terms of what the law is, because Google's been fucking up
come
left and
on.
right. Like,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Mark Zuckerberg's not here. Don't hit him like that.
nah, Mark Zuckerberg deserves to be hit at any time of the week because he's a douche. But I digress. My personal feelings aside, Google has a new class action lawsuit on its hands, and it's over Google Chrome's Incognito Mode. A couple of lawyers out in California submitted the class action lawsuit for Californians only, as this is the only, I was gonna say country, the only state that really affects them there. And specifically, they're suing Google for violating consumer rights by continuing to collect data while they were using Google Chrome's Incognito Mode. The lawyers in question cited the wiretap laws, the same laws that lawyers got Nixon with back during the whole Watergate scandal, saying that essentially what Google is doing by collecting user information while incognito mode, the users aren't expecting for their data to be collected, but yet it still is, and it was still. We're actually not sure if it was shared with third parties or not. Probably was. I don't doubt it. It's Google. Google's looking to make a buck, and they see the law as an obstacle. Let's see if we can push this line a little further so that we can keep making money. But nah, dude, it's fucking incognito mode. I open incognito mode so I can go shopping for Norma without it having a trace on my phone.
How they're quoting Watergate when we all saw how that turned out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. So when it comes to Alphabet, when it comes to Meta, you are the product. They're selling you. They're selling your data. So what do you expect?
But incognito mode was specifically advertised as being a safe way to browse the internet without anyone collecting your data, including,
I mean, hell,
Google.
DuckDuckGo was invented just to be incognito mode at all times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Firefox Focus does the same thing on your phone. I'm a big fan of Firefox and all the products that they put out. But
they use too much Google for me.
Firefox?
Yeah, Firefox pretty much.
No, Firefox
default. Yeah, all their default stuff is Google Chrome. You got to go like undo it.
Not anymore. It's DuckDuckGo now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've since changed. Couple of years ago, they changed their defaults to DuckDuckGo because of the privacy issues that Google was having. But even then, like, this is not a new class action lawsuit for Google. They have a website called topclassactions.com. If you guys want to go to it, I will drop these out there. These are specifically the Google class action statements that are out. There's one about the new feature search results removal requests. So apparently that doesn't work, so there's a class action lawsuit on that. There's one about smartwatches burning consumers. There's one where a couple of people used Google to target, to use its services to run a fake puppy selling organization, an operation. Yeah. A pair of derivative complaints target Alphabet executives over alleged antitrust activities. Google class action claims tech giant discriminates against black people, discriminates against people other peoples of color and Asians. App discovered on Google Pay found to be data stealing malware. Like, the shit goes on, and it's embarrassing. It should be embarrassing.
Well, that's the thing. They don't make anything. Like, what does Google actually make anymore? everything they have, they're like repurposing or reselling other people's shit.
Or buying and closing up just so they can incorporate it as a feature into another one of their products. I get it. But like look at their next competitor, next up competitor, which would be Microsoft. Oh, I think Google's above Meta in this list. We may have some personal differences, but their next compared to the lower one, Meta has fewer class action lawsuits, but they do have a lot of complaints with the government, to the government specifically, about data capturing, data stealing. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg was on national television trying to talk about whatever it is that
I know
does.
Puzzled uses it, right?
Hmm.
Like you can get a Google phone number and then it forwards to like your phone, right?
Yeah,
I love my Google Voice.
I also have a Google Voice, although I don't use it anymore.
But just like that, you're so concerned about privacy, but right. So if you have privacy concerns, how easily do you think Google's going to take all that information they collect and hand it over to the government? They're going to do it without blinking, like no questions asked.
At least Apple's like, nah, get a subpoena.
Yeah, get a warrant at least, right? Like that's
Well, compared to their next big competitor, which in my eyes would be Microsoft does have class action lawsuits against it, but they're far and few in between. The last one that I can think of was Windows 3.1 or 3.2, one of those two, not allowing for other browsers to be installed and trying to force Internet Explorer.
Yeah. But again, you got to think like Microsoft is an OG, right? Like in the tech world, they've seen and done it all. So they and Microsoft was built in an era where they actually had to answer to the government. Now the government answers to them.
Yeah, but a little scary. What do
I
you
mean, even look at Twitter itself, right? So Twitter admitted at their shareholder meeting that on average they counted an extra like 1.7 million users. It was a mistake, our bad. And now people are talking about filing a class action lawsuit against them for fraud of numbers, and they should.
Yeah, you lied. You should pay for your lies.
And that's the thing. Like I think the only bipartisan, they call a lot of things bipartisan nowadays, but I think the only real thing that's bipartisan is people's feelings towards Section 230 right now. Like we've seen over the last 3 years that we don't have to revoke it, but we definitely have to
change
start
it up.
looking into it and updating. The U.S. government needs to update its terms of service with the big tech banks. Okay.
It's been too fucking long. The last time you updated this was 1989. What gives?
Dude, for real though, think about it. Like Twitter on average updates its terms and conditions 3 times a year. We over the last couple of years, and if anyone talks about updating our terms and conditions with big tech, all of a sudden it's my rights, and it's these corporate entities blaming about their corporate rights because we allow them to claim themselves as persons and have persons' rights. But yeah, bring down the corporations.
Yeah. Fuck, some regulatory board of some kind. Like, fucking figure it out, man. All these execs and CEOs, give your balls a tug and give yourself like a third of the salary you're receiving now. Come on.
Yeah, I don't see anything changing unless we update 230 to be more current to what we actually need because and again, when you think about amendments, right? Like 230 is not an amendment, but it is it's a law that we wrote in, right? When we talk about amendments, people complain, well, that's not how it was. They didn't have that back then. Well, think about it in the tech world. When Section 230 was written, they were literally talking about me making a comment that was like on the New York Post's forum. Well, they don't even have that anymore, right?
Not that don't. It's all on Twitter, man. Twitter's the big forum. Along with updating Section 230, I think that we definitely need to talk about what tech companies are allowed and not allowed to do. I definitely think that we need something like the UK has, the general GDPR, general data breach policy, or whatever it's called. Like we need something to that degree, because I'm tired of my information being shared with everyone. Like anything that I posted from like 8, 10, 15 years ago, like you need I feel like you need my signature in order to get that.
So you'd be a big fan of the Fediverse, right? So there's a bunch of people coming together trying to build that to where, like, you have your server and you store your data, but you're able to like hyperlink to, you know, Twitter, Facebook, and all them. So like if you post it, it will post to Twitter and Facebook, but you own the data.
I'd be for that. Like I already have a server right here.
Right. But that's seriously, like, people need to start considering if you're really going to say fuck Google and stop using Google as much, you have to get a home server to store your pictures on, to store your emails when you're done with them, to archive your stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Chad has a good point. The default for all these tracking apps needs to be opt-in rather than opt-out.
Oh my
Dude,
god,
for real.
it is so fucking annoying visiting a new site and the new site like, oh, these are our cookie trackers. Opt out for what you don't want, and it's like 5 different fucking steps just to go in and uncheck every single one. You don't even get a like all, recommended, and minimal option. Like there are 2 that are always on. You have to uncheck the rest. I've been paying attention to that shit a lot more now. It is annoying.
Yeah. I mean, at least they're trying to do something.
Yeah. I am 90% sure puzzled. It's too sure. It's I remember I asked him about this during one of the Jerks plays. It's like a mixture of his last name, but it's like a butchering of his last name. Artemis. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got on Google.
We need some form of tech reform and fast, because like, oh, I forgot. A little quick update about the internet before we move on to our next topic. So you guys know how California has its net neutrality laws, right? The same laws that the FCC had put in and then Dickweed Anjit Pai removed. All of the big telecommunications companies pulled out of their lawsuit against the California net neutrality laws.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big fucking win. I really hope that it starts to push out in a couple other states. But what's our next topic? Dude, hang on.
Homemade cookies.
It
I'll tell you
is
that.
about the Amber Heard trial versus Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I heard it's a shitty situation.
It is. Oh my god. The memes are funny, but they're fucking. Ugh. Some of them are bad.
Yeah.
The exact video, but there's been a video going around of Amber Heard while she's on the stand, and she uses the Kleenex. The way she uses this Kleenex is slightly different than you would expect, and there have been 2 main theories surrounding about how she used this Kleenex.
Mm-hmm.
One, she put vapor rub on it and kind of like put it up her nose a little bit to make herself cry. And the second is that she was sniffing Coke out of this Kleenex.
Just Coke residue.
So I'm gonna lean. I'm gonna lean and say that the the search process through getting into this high level of a court was good enough that they would find a vial of cocaine, and I was gonna say that she was smelling something to make her cry because she's a horrible actress.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I shared a specific image in our private official millennials chat about it, and like, yeah, dude, it's some piss poor acting I've ever seen, and I've seen the video, like, it's bad. And then the next day, oh my gosh! So you know what the lawsuit's about, right? The lawsuit between Johnny Depp and Amber
Poop
Heard.
in the bed.
Right?
It's whether or
Yeah.
not she wrote and published that op-ed, and
No, she did right.
she admitted it on the fucking while on
Yeah.
the stand, like, oh, I wrote it. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
And then because of that op-ed is one of the that op-ed is cited to be one of the reasons he was fired from the Harry Potter movies.
Mhm.
So now he's suing for loss of income.
I mean, I would. The argue
Yeah.
the two arguments that Johnny Depp's lawyer posed, and I saw this this morning. The whole purpose of the lawsuit is one, if the op-ed affected his job positions, and two, whether Amber Heard wrote it or not, right? And
Yeah, we all knew she wrote that. Come on.
she admitted it while there. I thought it was the funniest thing. I figured, like, case closed. This is good now.
So I can say I don't think Johnny Depp is an angel or a saint in any way. I think he's an old, coked up guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a on the same level as Charlie Sheen, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you've been doing coke for 40 years, you kind of get a little high strung.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure him and Amber Heard were both very physical in the relationship. But I think Amber Heard always escalated things to another level,
Mm-hmm.
like throwing, like cutting him with glass or taking a shit in his bed when his mom died.
That's just not okay. Like, what are you can't be thinking when you do stuff like that. So you're like, yeah, this is gonna get him back so good. Like, what?
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank, bro.
We did it for the views, guys.
Do it for the fun.
Scary. Everyone knows you just keep Coke in jars, not Kleenexes.
Dude, real scary. There was probably so much Coke in those sheets that the Coke in the sheets is probably worth more than the sheets themselves by this point.
It's just so dumb. Anyway, Puzzled, what other updates do you have for us on the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp v. Amber Heard case?
I have not been following this case. That's what I wanted to talk about was the video.
Oh, okay.
But still, so it's interesting how this case is going. We know that she's been disproven on a lot of her statements. Oh, I used this palette to cover my bruises when that palette didn't come out for another 3 years. And the makeup company came out and made that statement. Other than that, and the Coke, I don't really know too much about it, except I'm hoping.
So Johnny Depp, I guess to fill in, Johnny Depp has already give his deposition, and he was first on the stand.
Mm-hmm.
He more or less said that she was the aggressive abuser or instigator of most of the abuse. She's saying he instigated most of the abuse. She's currently still giving her statements on the stand, and that's where she's been seen like fake crying multiple times. And that's also why I think she did this to make herself look better. And also, one big thing is So supposedly, the last lawsuit that they had, she won, right? And she promised to donate $5 million to the ACLU, and she hasn't even donated half of that yet.
Yeah.
And ACLU is already calling her out, saying she's a liar. She never sent them the money. She didn't even commit the money. So it's like, it's one thing to, make a donation, but you can also make a commitment. Like, I'm going to donate this much a year, right? She hasn't even made commitments yet, so they're pretty sure they'll never get that money.
Yeah, and I think they brought that up a couple of days into the court case too.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know, I had to. I promise I was still listening. I just needed to divert attention to cat and dog because they were like real close. Cat curled his back and Artemis shook her tail a little bit. So she thought it was a good thing. It was not.
Dog bound around.
She just wants to play.
Dog.
She does. I feel bad for her, but Duke Laszlo
this
doesn't
is when
have
I
it.
wish. This is when I wish I had, I could use a Scottish accent, because, she was just like, "Oh, top of the morning to you, kitty."
Oi, you want to go for a wee? You want to go and
You want
play?
to go for a wee frolic in the weeds outside?
I know a place where you can run in the grass. It's beautiful. We can roll around. We can roll around the more. Maybe pee on it a little bit.
That's it. If anyone has a dog set of bagpipes, I need them.
Or just a set of bagpipes in general. I'd like to learn.
But yep, that's it for today.
We have to come back full circle.
Oh yeah.
For The Circle, which
Oh hey.
dropped, Saturday? Sunday?
I don't know,
Saturday.
dude.
I want to say it dropped on Saturday, and they have new episodes every Wednesday. So we've gotten the first 4 episodes right now with our new cast, and we've already had a lot of turnover. Like,
Like quick fucking turnover. Oh my god.
So how many spoilers are we gonna give out? Because I don't know.
Well, one's not a spoiler. One's more like it's coming, dude. It was meant to happen.
So I could see. So they had this year they had a surprise guest of the Spice Girls, right? And Scary Spice and Baby Spice, they are both acting as one person on the show, and I just felt like they cut it off, and it was like I thought it was a cool little gag, but I thought it was going to actually go more than 3 episodes.
Yeah.
so good because if this is the first big twist of the season, like, what else is gonna happen, And I think it's nice that they're not playing too long. They just have their little mission, and if they have succeeded, then the players get more money. I know last season we had Lance Bass. We had Lance Bass as PA. Come on. So that was pretty cool.
One thing I do have to say is I love how in every season of The Circle, the game changes. Like, it's something new, it's something exciting. Like, they're really trying to work on not keeping it like the real world, MTV's real world. It's special. It's not quite a game show, but it's not quite. I don't know what else to compare it to, but I love how it's changed every time.
Wouldn't it be fun with all the little Spice Girl things they're doing, and like all the little quizzes and all that? And then if they hadn't told them, but they still did everything, and then at the end when they finally do, everybody comes at one table and meets each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just have the Spice Girl. Like, is that the fucking Spice Girls in front of me right now?
Yeah, that'd be really cool. But it'll be
that'll
interesting
be-
to see because it looks like after they finish voting, the Spice Girls will go meet one of the guests.
Yeah.
Which will be really interesting.
Mhm.
Do you guys think they were able to sniff out the Spice Girls?
Oof.
I
I
know
don't
they
know.
need one more. No, I think
Yeah.
they're gonna sneak it through. I think they threw enough shade at Alyssa to kind of get
Mhm.
enough votes, at least.
That was
But
smart the way they did it, though, too.
but I'm more curious to see the aftermath, the outcome of, because there was a lot of other people calling allies catfishes, so you can't go back on that.
Yeah.
It was on site. Like, damn, I felt bad. Even in the votes to figure out who the Spice Girls were, no one held back.
Yeah.
It was gloveless. Straight fist punches. I'm all over the place tonight, guys. I'm so sorry.
So yeah, what are you most excited for coming up in the circle?
I'm interested to see how many more players they bring out. Because we've seen before they'll add players up until the last week. Which is crazy. And I think it sounds rude, but I think it's really unfair to the players that have been there since the beginning, that new players are just continuously added like that.
I think instead of adding new players at the end, they should make it a big uneven number. Like maybe 13, and then slowly reduce down to their top 7, top 6. Like
they
towards
should not
the end
eliminate-
of it. You know what I mean?
They should not eliminate anybody, but instead group bully the person in last place.
I think they do that already.
Yeah.
Cyberbully one person. Let's do this.
They already cyberbully one person by rating them bottom. Let's not start more drama like the last season or the season before with Team Samantha and Team oh my god, what was that girl's name?
This is not reverse Squid Game scary.
Yeah,
So
not reverse Squid Games.
When are they going to start bleeding over the circle with the other shows? Because Netflix has been really bad about that lately.
Well, they already technically have with
I guess, yeah.
Chloe.
Oh yeah.
But I'm talking like hardcore, like where they do a circle, but only people from other Netflix shows.
Circle All Star, or not All Star, Circle Celebrity.
Right.
That would be interesting.
And it's like, are they the celebrity that they're talking about? Are they the friend of the celebrity? Is it their assistant, or is it just a normal person, or the biggest fan?
Are they
Is this
catfishing
really
a different
Andy Dick,
celebrity?
or is this his helper?
To figure out what we're talking about. We're talking about The Circle, dude. It's the new Netflix game show, if you will. It's where everyone goes to the UK. They sleep in this awesome place. They do their own thing. They only talk through the social network that's been created by Netflix. And goal is to be number 1 to win the grand pot, $100,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or be voted out. And you can either play as yourself or play as a catfish.
But if you're catfishing anybody, Neve comes out and then was like him and his gay best friend at the time. I
You
guess you never
younglings
watched the
and
show
your game
Catfish.
shows. Scary, you're younger than us. Get off. I like where the season's going. I'm really excited to see how the rest of it goes. I already know we're adding two more people once the Spice Girls are gone. That's not really a spoiler, is it?
It's in the 3rd episode, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm excited for the rest of the season. We'll be giving updates as it comes out.
I could say Sylvie's not amused.
He does not look at you.
Are you done yet? Can we go to bed?
I'm tired. Well, on that note, Crazy, what are we doing this week?
We're gonna party and rock and roll. So me and Alan are gonna have a watch party for the Circle Wednesday.
It's gonna be in the Discord. We'll start from episode 4.
No, I'm pretty sure we're really close to beating some Pokemon Arceus. So we just need to get that over with and knock it out.
Yeah.
Treat it like a fat chicken. Get it over with.
See, I was told something completely different in high school about the same puzzle. Are you streaming this week?
I am. Not only will I be streaming on my channel on Sunday, we will be back Saturday with Lost Mines of Fandelver. I'm really excited to see how far they get through the Wave Echo Cave. Because at first they gave me pause, they were flying right through it, but now they've hit some speed bumps, and so this will be interesting. And then Sunday morning, I will play some Animal Crossing.
Nice. I've been playing more Animal Crossing now that I feel more settled.
She had an Animal Crossing detox day Saturday.
I get that.
It was like the first day she missed and she got the game.
Like even 20 minutes, like 5 minutes. It's not the first time I've missed my ABD, because I've missed that a lot. But that was like, I'd finally got it back up to 7 days, and then boom, right back to where we were.
Oh, dude, I've been forgetting to check in. Son of a bitch. All those miles gone. I get that. When the game came out, I used to like roll my time back so I can get my miles bonuses. And then it just became too much of a fucking hassle, so I just gave up.
Yeah, if the store's closed, I'll change the time zone on my Switch so I can get in.
My time zone is set like to Denver to this day. Like I set it when NJ started playing, and that was it. Like stop changing it back.
He plays a lot of Stardew Valley.
Yeah, I love Stardew, dude. Scary. I've given out so many copies of that game. Like I love that game. The game's fucking great. Concerned Ape did an amazing job. You know that dude developed that game in 4 years while working at a movie theater on his own.
That's cool.
Did all the music, did all the art, did all the programming. Yeah. Great fucking game. Anyway. You know what's cool?
Tacos, coffees, and sports small creators.
Yeah, roll that outro.
Well, that wraps up another great episode. And don't forget to join our amazing and supportive community on Discord.
In our Discord, you can find game nights, watch parties, food pics, Dungeons and Dragons, and more. What's not to love about that? We have a little something for everyone. Head over to our website, officialmillennials.com, and you'll find more info, especially our featured gamer of the week.
Speaking of something for everyone, we have a book club. We read a book almost every month and talk through it together. We also have a special perk for our subs to discuss other books in a series called Chapter 2.
Don't forget to swing by YouTube and drop us a follow at Official Millennials. You can also find us on Twitter at MillsOfficial. We appreciate all the support, and y'all have a good one.
This is an Official Millennials production.
Yeah.
Forgot to start the raid before doing that. Come on. Oh.
Air raid.
We're gonna go ahead and raid a classic old buddy of ours. We're gonna raid Cage Matic.
Cage.
Fucking love Cage Matic. Awesome dude.
You can't keep him caged, that's for sure.
Yeah, although scary. Drunken Stardew though? How do you play Drunken Stardew Valley?
Right.
Because I love me some Stardew Valley. Great game.
Stardew Valley might be cool, but it's no Ark. Just kidding.
I mean, you're right. It's got dinosaurs. The only dinosaur we have is a chicken.
We get Komodo dragons.
I was gonna say we got the dragon.
Oh, that's right. Forget Stardew Valley has a dragon now.
Outro music. Why we raid? Yeah, I'm so. Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. I'm so sexy it hurts. No, help! Help! The shirt's on fire. Please help! Get it off.
Oh no! We raided.